If you've ever looked around and noticed you have very few friends, or maybe none at all, you might have wondered if something is wrong with you. Society often treats popularity as proof of worth. More friends means more success, more likability, more happiness, right, but psychology tells a very different story. In reality, having few or no friends is often misunderstood. For many people, it's not a weakness. It's a byproduct of rare traits that don't fit neatly into a loud, fast, socially demanding world. Traits that value depth over noise, meaning over approval, and authenticity over performance. So if your circle is small or empty, this video isn't here to fix you. It's here to help you understand yourself, because if you have few or no friends, you probably have these 5 rare traits. Number 1, you have a deep need for meaningful connection. Psychology shows that people differ in how they experience social fulfillment. Some are energized by frequent, casual interactions. Others feel drained by them. If you're someone with few friends, chances are you don't enjoy surface-level bonding. Small talk feels hollow. Forced interactions feel exhausting. You don't want many connections, you want real ones. Conversations where you can be honest. Silent moments that aren't awkward. Relationships where you don't have to perform a version of yourself. Research indicates that people who crave depth often struggle in environments built around constant socializing. It's not that they can't connect, it's that most connections don't go far enough to feel satisfying. So instead of spreading yourself thin, you instinctively pull back, you wait, you observe. And if that depth never appears, you'd rather be alone than surrounded by people who don't truly see you. That's not social failure, that's emotional selectivity. Number 2, you are highly independent in your thinking. People with few friends often think for themselves, and that comes with a cost. Psychology suggests that independent thinkers are less likely to conform just to belong. They question group norms. They notice contradictions. They don't automatically adopt the beliefs, values, or behaviors of the people around them. This can quietly push you to the margins. You might not laugh at jokes that feel mean. You might not enjoy gossip. You might not follow trends just because everyone else is doing it. And while that independence is powerful, it can make group dynamics feel uncomfortable, both for you and for others. Instead of blending in, you stand slightly apart, not intentionally, not arrogantly, just naturally, and over time this can mean fewer friendships but more integrity. You know who you are even when no one is watching. You don't need constant agreement to feel secure, and that kind of inner stability is rare. Number 3, you're emotionally self-sufficient. Research indicates that some people rely heavily on social circles for emotional regulation. They need frequent reassurance, validation, and external feedback to feel okay. Others develop a strong inner emotional world. If you have few friends, you likely fall into the second group. You process emotions internally, you reflect. You sit with discomfort instead of immediately escaping it through distraction or company. You may journal, think deeply, or simply need time alone to reset. This doesn't mean you never need people. It means you're not dependent on them for every emotional shift. Ironically, this strength is often misunderstood as coldness or detachment. But it's not that you don't feel deeply, it's that you feel deeply on your own. You can self-soothe, you can face loneliness without panicking, you can be alone without feeling empty. And in a world that fears solitude, that's a quiet superpower. Number 4, you are extremely observant and sensitive. Psychology shows that highly observant people pick up on subtleties others miss, tone changes, inconsistencies, unspoken tension. You notice how people act when they think no one is paying attention. And because of that, you see through social masks quickly. You sense when interactions are transactional. You feel when kindness is conditional. You recognize when you're valued for what you give, not who you are. This sensitivity can make socializing feel heavy. You're not just talking, you're absorbing. You're reading the room, processing energy, and often carrying emotional information that others ignore. So you withdraw not because you dislike people, but because being around them costs more for you than it does for most. The upside, when you do connect, it's genuine. You listen deeply. You understand people in ways that make them feel truly known. You don't take relationships lightly, and that depth is rare. Number 5, you are comfortable walking your own path. Research suggests that people who are less socially driven often define success internally rather than socially. They don't measure life by popularity, constant activity, or external milestones. If you have few friends, you may be someone who values freedom over belonging. You're willing to take the quieter road if it feels true. You don't chase connection just to avoid loneliness. You wait for alignment. This can mean long periods of solitude. It can mean feeling out of sync with peers. It can mean questioning yourself when everyone else seems to move in groups. But it also means you're building a life that reflects who you actually are, not who you're supposed to be. You're not afraid to be alone with your thoughts. You're not afraid to start over. And you're not afraid to choose quality over quantity, even when it looks unconventional. Here's the truth most people won't tell you. Having few or no friends doesn't automatically mean you're broken, awkward, or unlovable. Often, it means you're wired differently, more selectively, more deeply, and yes, loneliness can hurt. Wanting connection is human, but there's a difference between lacking friends and lacking worth. If this video resonated, let it be a reminder. You don't need to force yourself into spaces that drain you just to prove you belong. The right connections meet you where you are. They don't require you to shrink or pretend. You are not behind. You are not missing out. You are simply becoming. If you want more calm, honest insights about personality, emotions, and the hidden strengths behind misunderstood traits, subscribe to the channel. You're not alone in feeling this way, and understanding yourself is the first step to finding the connections that truly matter.